This evening, I am most humbled to have been a part of the history to get this facility to this point. I am most proud to be serving as Minister of Education at this juncture. We don't get these opportunities often in life. And so I want to thank my two colleagues, my two predecessors, for the roles that they played in getting us thus far. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a very good evening, and I welcome all of you to enjoy the wonderful tour and hospitality that our students are going to have on display this evening. Thank you.
In terms of the facilities of the school, I think when I arrived in August and I sort of toured the facilities, in fact I have had 2 prior visits before actually taking up my position as principal. I went from the technology department where it wasn't just art, it wasn't just design technology. We had automotive club and the pilots club, and the facilities there are second to none, something that I've never experienced. Going into the academies, the technologies that are available to our students are again very, very attractive in terms of the opportunities and the way, developing different ways of learning. So that is a big plus. The auditorium, the dance studio, the music rooms, the sports hall, the swimming pool. I could go on, the track and fields that we've got, the cricket squares. It is just an amazing campus. And our visitors have talked about, is this a university? And I think, one of my dreams for the future is, as the population grows, that we may be able to retain our Year 11s and take them through to Year 12 and indeed Year 13 in years to come, because we are a good school, we are creative, and we want to keep our students and develop them to be very, very articulate, qualified and confident Caymanians in the future.
In terms of students' attitudes towards learning now, and as compared to when they were at the older site, what I've found is that because of the vastness of the space that is available to them, students are not in each other's faces as much as they used to be before. What this has resulted in is less conflict, less interpersonal squabbles, etc. amongst the students. And what I've found is that this allows the students to concentrate more on the studies. They don't have those peripheral distractions that would cause them to be thinking about those things during classes. And the students, as a result, are, well, from my experience, have been performing better and have been progressing at a rate that is faster than what they would have been progressing had they had those conflicts, had they had those distractions before.
The last school I worked in was an absolute new build, and it was fantastic. It had really fantastic facilities, and in comparison to the school that I worked in London, to the school here, they are very, very similar in that it's quite innovative. The technology that is being used within the schools is fantastic. It gives students great opportunities that I didn't have when I was in school. And I think it's wonderful the way that teachers are sort of responding to it, the way the students are responding to it. They are really impressed with the environment that they're learning in. And in comparison, I think it's a world-class facility, to be honest. One of the great things about the school I've mentioned before is the technology that is being introduced constantly into the school. And with a generation as they are so used to working with technology. They're surrounded by it, they have it in their homes. And the fact that Clifton Hunter is moving forward and bringing more and more of that technology into the teaching environment is really fantastic, because that's what's helping to engage students today within the education system and making them lifelong learners, that phrase that's always used.
I often say to the students in assemblies, we always reiterate the motto, right? Nothing but the best, and we will go to whatever lengths it takes to be the best on the island, so that when a student leaves Clifton Hunter and is asked, what school did you go to, and when you say Clifton Hunter, you say it with pride, you say it with emotion, and for the greater community, Clifton Hunter is a name that means you've got quality.